Is it too cold for you ladies?
Ah, Gmod Tower, an old school game mode that was so ahead of its time that it makes you wonder, what happened to it? Considered by many the pinnacle of Gmod game modes, Gmod Tower was the best game mode you could play back in the day. We're going to look through some history of Gmod Tower in order to really try to understand and dissect why was this game mode regarded as the best game mode that Gmod has had the pleasure to be gifted with, by seeing what it brings to the table that other game modes simply can't do. You see, Gmod nowadays is an ocean full of dog shit game modes, especially roleplay servers. As our lord Bob Games once said,
"This is the tier list, your favorite server fucking sucks."
and before you say Puto, you're just being a boomer and you're obviously blinded by the effect of nostalgia. And to that, I'm gonna say, yes, I am in fact blinded by nostalgia, but at the same time, it is super obvious that Gmod has become almost a Dark RP exclusive game. And sure, there might be some hidden gems on the server list, but let's be honest, Garry's Mod is pretty much 90% servers that are run on Dark RP based game modes. Alright, so we'll start off with Dark RP, that's the first one. Then we have Star Wars RP, where the virgins go roleplay on another Dark RP variant. I just don't get why people play this, it's just bad. And there's a lot of degeneracy there too. Military RP, another Dark RP variant where you get to be a soldier and get yelled at by a 12-year-old general.
I tell you to do something! Fucking do it! Is it too fucking hard? Jesus Christ!
Then you have Dark RP for weebs. Then we have this. Then we have Dark RP for edgy people. Alright, I'm done shitting on Dark RP for the time being. Let's get back onto the video. You might be wondering what made Gmod Tower stand out from other game modes that are out there. Put it simply, it was mainly a social game with a lot of activities to do. However, before you start spouting shit and the likes of, "Oh, but Puto, we have VR chat where you can do the same thing," I think it is very important for us to keep in mind that this game mode was released back in 2009. Yes, back in 2009 you had a game mode that had a housing component. This was one of the main ways for people to express their likings by decorating their apartment the way they wanted to. It was pretty fun. You have a fully working theater too if you want to watch movies. Or maybe dead memes. Whatever fits you. You could waste all your money away in a casino if you wanted to.
Cheat! Money!
Maybe if you wanted to play arcade games, you could go to the arcade and play Tetris or something, I don't know. Maybe you want to buy a pet, or maybe you want to buy a new player model or a new hat. I don't know, be my guest. Or maybe you just want to play the minigames. You know, that's fine, if you're one of those. You might be wondering how I'm going to review a server that's been shut down in 2016. Well, I have good news for you. The game mode has been re-released back from 2019, and the game mode is going to be available for you to play till Tower Unite leaves early access. By the way, Tower Unite is the predecessor of Gmod Tower, and it's planned to be coming out of early access in about a year. Now, that's if everything goes to plan, because we all know that early access titles never actually leave early access when they're intended to. I'm looking at you, Daisy.
Come on! It's upside down. I'm flying. I'm in the air. I'm flying. I'm dead. I'm flying across the map. I'm going 500 meters. I landed. I'm under the map. No message received. No, I just broke the game.
Now, in order for me to give a fair review on Gmod Tower, I'll have to keep in mind that the server is empty and nobody plays it. At the time of this recording, that is. If by chance this video ends up getting some traction and populates the server again, I'd love to record some footage of this game mode with actual human beings. Unfortunately, until then, I'm gonna have to use old footage from various players from back in the day where Gmod Tower was actually populated. So I'm giving a heads up sorry for fluctuations between quality and frame rates on the video. I'm gonna be crediting all the owners' respective footage in the description below because if not for them, the video would be less than 5 minutes long. Kicking things off with the lobby review, in Gmod Tower, there was 2 lobbies. You had Lobby 1 and Lobby 2. And in Tower Unite, you have Lobby 3, the latest version. As of now, Gmod Tower is currently running Lobby 1, and you can buy Lobby 1 as well in Tower Unite as a full condo, which is pretty cool. Lobby 1 features a functioning cinema. Well, not anymore I guess, it's broken. The devs haven't fixed anything for the past few years because nobody plays on the server anyways. Moving on. Right after you leave the main fountain area in your spawn, you have a bunch of stores where you can buy a variety of items to decorate your apartment with, such as desks, beds, posters, electronics, or some instruments that actually work, like a playable piano. I'll be the first one to say, I'm terrible at decorating stuff. But even for me, it's super intuitive to use the decorating system that Gmod Tower has. I've even managed to do a little bit of decoration myself in less than 5 minutes. This might look like dog shit to you, but it looks like a wonderful resting place for me. Even if you don't want to waste your time decorating your apartment, you can always join some other players' home and appreciate their effort on making their house look unique in their own way. Not to mention that you were more than likely to make some new friends as well, since the Gmod Tower community was super friendly towards new players. Another store that I mentioned earlier, it's the appearance store, where you can customize your character with some, moderate variety by today's standards, by buying player models, hats, or buying your own very pet that follows you around endlessly. Next up, we have the arcade. The arcade is another thing that's been broken for a while since nobody's playing, so you really can't play anything that's in it besides playing Tetris. Which is okay, I guess. Could be worse. Next to the arcade, you have the bar. That's a place where you can hang out with other players and talk about how your wife probably left you for playing League of Legends instead of Gmod Tower. Next to the bar, you have a casino that has some machines and a poker table. And although there's not a whole lot of variety, it gets the job done of satisfying your gambling addiction, I guess.
I'm gonna roll big numbers, baby. I'm playing at the poker table. I just lost $300,000, but it's okay because I won 700. Please don't form a gambling addiction. Don't be like me. It's over for me.
You also have a duel station inside a casino where you can buy duel tokens and challenge other players for all their money. And while you're at it, you can make them regret all their life choices after they lose a duel against you. Or vice versa. Lobby events are also another feature in Gmod Tower. As the name suggests, lobby events are minigames that pop up every now and then to play with other players. For example, you have Plane Wars, Balloon Shoot, Chainsaw Deathmatch, among others. These lobby minigames are pretty fun and they also give you some decent in-game money. And finally, you have an outdoors area with a pool where you can hang out with other players. There's some pool floaters laying around the pool area, however, their controls are pretty janky, but you gotta remember this shit is running on the god tier Source engine.
Ada, install Counter-Strike Source.
No, bitch.
The minigames are another category where Gmod Tower really shines. All of the minigames are pretty fun and I'm pretty sure you can find a favorite among them. Minigames are also one of the main ways for you to get in-game money and spend your time in Gmod Tower. To start off, in order for you to access the minigames area, you must go to the teleporters and select the minigame tab. After that, you'll be taken to the minigame port where you can queue for any game modes that you want to play with some other friendly gamers. So to start up, we have minigolf. It was one of the most, if not the most popular game mode due to its straightforward objective. The less times you have to hit your ball before it gets to a hole, the more points you get. Usually golf maps have around 12 holes in total, so you have plenty of time to fuck up. It's a super chill game mode as well that pretty much anyone can appreciate. Alright, next up we have Source Cards. It's pretty much Mario Kart, but a version in Gmod. It's also not developed by a greedy and shitty company, so I guess that makes it even better than Mario Kart. It's one of those game modes that it's not really hard to get into, but it's relatively hard to master. You have different power-ups around the map that allow you to give yourself an advantage. You can drift, that gives you a little boost after you exit the drift. And the cars handle somewhat okay, considering that driving in Gmod can be a little bit fucky. This game mode is super fun. It's always satisfying when you hit a poor soul with a rocket up its ass. But don't be mad when the same shit gets done to you. I'm just leaving a premature warning in case if you decide to play this game mode. After the main race is over, players get dropped into a PvP arena where they have to kill each other in order to gain some extra points by picking up power-ups around the map. This is where real gamers go to show their dominance against one another, so you better be on your game. Next up, we have Ball Race. Personally, it's my least favorite game mode out of all available to play. It's pretty much a monkey ball but in Gmod. You control a ball and you have to be the fastest to get to the finish line. After you finish a level, you get on to the next one that becomes gradually harder to finish. You can also buy different ball designs for you to play with, but apart from that, I think it's one of the weakest game modes out there. I don't know. Next up, we have PvP Battle. It's one of the most traditional game modes out of all of them, since it's pretty much a free-for-all shooter. You get to choose your loadout and try to kill as many players as possible. It's one of the more fast-paced game modes as there's players everywhere trying to kill each other. You also have some power-ups around the map that boost your speed and health. There's some gore if you shoot somebody in the head or body with some types of weapons, but in general the game mode feels pretty solid for what it is. It's also a good game mode to improve your skill for dueling, as a lot of weapons that are used in this game mode are used in dueling as well. Next up we have Chimera Hunt, one of the classics amongst Gmod's enthusiasts. The way this game mode works is pretty simple. Each round a random player gets to be the Chimera, and it's this little cute dragon thing here. And its job is to eat all of these little guys here, the pig mask. These little guys, on the other hand, have to turn off the Chimera by pressing its button. There are times when this game mode can be very intense if you're the last pig mask alive and try to clutch a 1v1 against the Chimera. If you have a good understanding of how Source Engine movement works, you'll sure have a good time playing this game mode. Hands down, one of the best, if not the best, game mode, not just in Gmod Tower, but Gary's mod itself. It's really fun. Next up we have Zombie Massacre. It's a top-down view shooter game. You have to survive through waves of zombies without dying. It's as simple as that. For each map you have 6 waves, that 6th wave being a boss round where you have to kill a boss along with the zombies that spawn around the map. You also have different classes that offer a different set of skills for your team, like a ramming shield that kills everything it touches like you see here. You can also pick up random power weapons by killing zombies. It's a game mode that manages to be super unique, simple, and yet fun to play. You should definitely give this a try. And to finish off the game mode list, you have Virus. As a zombie, you must infect other humans, and as a human, well, you must survive till the round timer gets to 0. It's a super straightforward yet fun game mode that requires you to think fast and always be ready for any coordinated attacks by the zombies. It's one of the best game modes in Gmod Tower in my opinion as well. All in all, having the lobby component mixed with all of these minigames, and most importantly, having a dedicated community that was there for you when you needed it, was what made Gmod Tower so special. I will be leaving the server IP and the Steam Workshop collection in the description below so you can join and give it a try yourself. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This video took me a long time to make due to my shitty editing skills, so please, if you like this video, leave a comment, a like, or even if you're feeling a little bit goofy, maybe even subscribe. Anyways, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you on the next one.